wondered why some people seem to achieve so much with the same 24 hours we all have? The answer doesn't lie in talent or luck, but in something as simple as habit and routine. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ejime Bekin Moisili, an entrepreneur and aspiring public speaker, and I'm here to talk about habit and routine. Let me ask you this. What was the first thing you did this morning? Did you say your prayer, scroll through your phone, brush your teeth, or did you go for a walk? Or did you drink a glass of water or hot coffee? Most of us follow routine like this without thinking about it. Habits are things we do daily that they become part of us over time. We do them automatically, almost without thinking. Routine are series of habits that we follow regularly in a specific order, and it requires conscious effort and intention to perform. We all have habits. Some are good, like reading daily, exercising regularly, eating healthy, and some are not so helpful, like procrastination, eating too much of junk foods, poor sleep habits, to mention but a few. One thing we should know is that habits shapes our lives more than we realize. A wise quote says, "We are what we repeatedly do." Habits and routine are not loud, but they are powerful and help shapes our destiny. Top flyers, top students who ace their exams don't rely on luck, but they study consistently, making them have good results and achieve good and get good grades. Let's examine two students, student A and student B. Student A has a regular studying pattern of maybe reading 15 to 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day, while student B piles his or her work, waiting till exam is closed before he or she starts reading. Who do you think will do better at the end of a term or semester? Student A, of course, because he or she has a study pattern, reading every day. I was once there. I remember I was preparing for an exam. I had this bad habit of waiting till I see the timetable before I start reading. I think I had biology exams, and I started reading a day before the exam. I know how wide biology is. I was reading and reading and reading. I started at night, I was reading and reading. I think the 3 a.m. or so, I checked the time, 3 a.m. and I checked what was still left for me to read. It was still very much. And then I busted into tears. I started crying. But my tears woke my mom up, and she was like, "What is it? What is it?" And I turned my textbook and said, "Look at the time. It is 3 a.m. and I still have a lot to read. See, I still have a lot to read. How can I cover all this before I go and sleep and wake up for the exams?" She just looked at me, covered my book, and told me, "Go and sleep." I looked at her, I was like, she said, "Go and sleep. You also need to be strong enough even to go for the exam. You can't read all night and go for the exam. Nothing will come out." That was true. I don't need to tell you how the result was. That was because I wasn't preparing. I was piling my work, waiting to the day of exam, and it wasn't good. That was a very bad habit, and I learned my lesson from that. So we need to do something constantly for it to become a part of us. I also struggled with exercise. I've not struggled with exercise. Exercising looked like an uphill task to me. And I wasn't, even when I started, I wasn't even consistent. But then I knew I had to do it because it was good for my head and I wanted to lose some weight. So I started with walking. walking for 30 minutes. Later, I increased to 45 minutes. Later to 1 hour. And now I can even walk briskly for 1 hour, 30 minutes, even to 2 hours. I even added other exercise, strength training exercise like squats and lifting of light weights. It wasn't easy at first when I started, but over time it became a routine. You need to be consistent. It is in consistency that will get results. The key is consistency, which beats intensity. Whether you want to become a good student, a very good athlete, or a better version of yourself, it all boils down to what you do regularly and not occasionally. To build better habits and routine, you just need to start small and simple. You can start by taking a cup of water every morning when you wake up. Also say your prayers if you are someone who just gets up from the bed and jump, and it must not be 1 hour 30 minutes prayers, just be for a few minutes. Just start it simple and be consistent. Even when you don't feel like it, just do it. You can also set reminders so that you'll be able to do this. And also make it easy. Don't set targets that are too big that you when you do it you feel discouraged. Make it easy. For example, someone who wants to lose weight, that person doesn't shouldn't expect to lose 10 kg overnight or 1 week or even in 1 month. Losing 10 kg is not that easy. That's suicidal. But just do it step by step. Maybe a little exercise, portion control. By the time you add here and there, before you know, over time you will lose weight. And also celebrate yourself. Even small wins build momentum. Don't be discouraged. Don't wait for motivation. Just do it consistently. Encourage yourself. Even when you fall, when you sleep, get up and keep going. The question is, what are you doing that your future self will thank you for? Gracious.